Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for, this is your February bonus reading. We're going to jump right in here, Capricorn, and we're going to do past, present, future. In your past position, you have this wealthy man card, and you know what's interesting is, for some of you, I feel like you are focused on your own wealth, so even though this is your past position, it doesn't matter. I feel like this is talking about your vision and kind of like your vision for the future. You could be attracting a person here. These are divine counterparts. You also have the Two of Cups here, and you could be attracting a person who is wealthy. I kind of get the feeling that the two of you together are very abundant, so that doesn't just have to be money. That could be anything. And so if you're attracting a person in love, it looks very abundant to me here with this reading. But you have the King of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Two of Cups. Could be a water sign, could be a Pisces, could be any sign. It doesn't really matter, what it is. But what I would say here is that I feel there is a lot of feelings here. Some of you, as usual, it cracks me up because I feel like some of you aren't even really focusing on love at all. But, that's usually how it works. That's when we, attract it into our life, is when we're not even focusing on it. So, that could be happening here. There could be a person, coming in for you who really, it's almost like I get the sense that this person wants to bring some justice into your life. I don't even think they know that they want to do this. The reason I say that is you go to the Death card, Ace of Swords, to the Justice card. It's almost like this person can sense what you have been through or whatever, and I feel like it's not like they want to do this. I feel like they just are proving to you like what love can be. So again, if you want love, I would open up to it for sure. I also feel that you need to trust your intuition more, especially in work or business. I feel there is like a lot of wealth that could be coming in for you. But one thing is Seven of Swords, Two of Swords. You also have the Five of Pentacles. This is stinking thinking, I feel. Seven of Swords asks you to be tactical. It asks you to come up with other ways. Instead of facing something head on, instead of charging right into a business or whatever you're working on, it says there might be smarter ways to do things, and you're not going to find them if you don't do research. So I would make sure you're doing your research on like whatever business you want to do. You might be making tiny little mistakes as well, things that you aren't even aware of. You have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups is a perfect match. So again, if you're attracting love, clearly this could be a perfect match for you. I also feel like you need to, again, trust your intuition. The Two of Cups to me can represent you and your higher self. It can say that your higher self is trying to communicate with you, and this could be in dreams, in daydreams, in pretty much anything. And I would pay attention to your dreams, your daydreams, and all that other stuff, because this could be where you're kind of getting some information on what you should be doing, in like work or business. So let's see where this is going for you. With the King of Cups, you have the Four of Swords, kind of like healing. Again, like I said, I get this feeling that this person, it's almost like they can sense that they heal you or that they are healing you. I don't even know if they know what they're doing. Like I said, I just feel there's something here about like proving what love is or something. I know that sounds lame, but that's what's popping into my head with that King of Cups person. And again, it could be any gender. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I just feel like they're showing up as a King of Cups, someone who really has deep emotions. Again, could be someone who's wealthy, but doesn't have to be. Again, I feel like the two of you together are what's going to be abundant. I feel like the two of you together is what could create wealth. So you could be like finding a person you create a business with or something along those lines. With the High Priestess, you have the Five of Wands. Conflicted. This is an energy. Number one, teamwork makes the dream work. I always say it to you. You have that Seven of Swords. We're going to talk about it, but literally he's about to step into a trap. The whole point of the Seven of Swords is that he's holding on to five swords. There's two behind him. If he asked for help, he wouldn't have to carry all these swords by their tips, It represents like a delicate situation, a situation that hangs in the balance, but he's doing it on his own. He shouldn't be necessarily doing it on his own. So don't be afraid to ask for help. I also would say, I don't think we should be comparing ourselves to other people, but I do feel it would be an okay time for you to kind of explore your competition or to, learn from your competition or things like that. So don't be afraid to learn from the competition. Don't be afraid to educate yourself from other people and things like that. That's exactly what I'd be doing with this Five of Wands. By the way, There's a way to read the Five of Wands that it's like the card of the millionaire. It doesn't necessarily mean that you will be a millionaire. It's just like, it's a card that says, if you go on the adventure to create a lot of abundance, you could be creating a lot of abundance. And here you go. With the Two of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, someone wants to take care of you, Capricorn. I don't know what this is, but I almost get the feeling that there's a person who's really going to show you what love is, as lame as that sounds. Isn't that a song? I want to know what love is, right? So I feel like this person really wants to do this for you, but it's not like they want to. I feel like they just do it. It's kind of weird that, like, those two things are conflicting in my head. Why? I have no freaking clue, but it just keeps creating this conflict in my intuition. It's like saying no. It's like they want to, but they don't. It's just who they are, you know? And maybe that's the difference. Maybe it's that it's just who they are. They just nurture things into existence. And I also feel money here. Clearly, there are some improvements in money. You do end with the Five of Pentacles, which would be feeling left out in the cold. But I want to stress, intuitively, I feel like that Five of Pentacles is saying you need to focus on your strengths, and you know that goes along with teamwork. If you're trying to do everything in your business, for example, things aren't going to work. If you focus on your strengths, things will work better. Next, in your present position, you have this pleasure card. I feel like some of you need to make time for more pleasure, doing things that you enjoy, hobbies. I say this to you all the time, but really, I feel if you're like feeling stale, dull, if the energy isn't moving forward, then it's probably because you're not doing something you enjoy. When we do something we enjoy, when we get out of our head, that's when we find true success. That's when we become successful. That's when we can, create the success we desire. And I always find, like, if I'm not doing things like going for a walk every day like I do, or if I don't enjoy one of my hobbies from time to time, then my life gets very dull. So I would definitely stress that I feel like you need to enjoy yourself or do something to enjoy yourself this month, at least one thing. You have the Queen of Cups here. Again, she really values her heart to the Queen of Cups. She values her emotions. And so I feel for a lot of you that kind of doing things that make your heart feel full. This could be hobbies. It could be interests. Could be spending time with people who matter to you. All those things are going to make you much more successful. I would also say, I feel like there's someone who really kind of thaws you out. If we go this way here, down to the Five of Pentacles, I feel, again, even if you're not looking for love, I really get this feeling, and I've said this to you recently, it could be a Scorpio as well. You have Scorpio right here. I'll show you that in a minute. But I feel like there could be a person, the King of Swords can be a little cold. Five of Pentacles, being left out in the cold. But it's almost like this person is a victory for you. And you have the Death card and the Ace of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of winning going on for you here. You have this Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is defending your position at the top of the hill. And you have the Five of Wands here, which is a card of conflict and competition. I do feel like there are a lot of people who are going to want to be you in the future. Maybe not right now. I'm not necessarily saying this is happening in the month of February, but I get this energy of victories. So I would make sure you're drawing healthy boundaries with people who want to be you with this energy, but I do feel this could also be a person. I feel like this person is extremely honest. The Ace of Swords is a card of truth, and maybe you've dealt with a liar in the past. You have that Seven of Swords, and so I would be very careful of that. I would also be careful of a person coming back from the past. We have another retrograde coming up, not for a while, but just when we get out of this retrograde energy, I think it's in May is the next Mercury retrograde, and it's we basically get past the Mars retrograde shadow in the middle of March, so we have a month and a half of no retrograde energy, right? That's it. And so I would just be careful, of anyone who especially was a liar, cheater, stealer. I also feel that there's some sort of sacrifice that you could be making, not like a sacrifice, but Ace of Swords normally has a palm frond on one side, has an olive branch on the other. Palm fronds in the tarot represent making a sacrifice. Olive branch represents abundance. So I feel like this is saying don't be afraid to cross through some sort of threshold in your life or to make a transformation or a change. It's 10-10, by the way, right now. So there you go. I feel like some sort of change will make you very successful. You have the Page of Swords here. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity and being curious. I would also say that the Page of Swords says you need to be more curious. So anything you can do to, follow your curiosity, to become more abundant, anything you can do. If you're interested in something, what I would say here is become an expert. It will put you at the top of a hill. Some of you, sometimes I think we get to this point. You know what? I know what this is. I call this Pissed Off for Greatness. One of my favorite motivational videos of all time. It's on YouTube. It's called Pissed Off for Greatness. I literally think that's what it's called. I can't remember. But, sometimes I think we want to do something We want to be successful in business or work. And it's like if you have that pissed off for greatness attitude, it kind of like motivates you to become very successful. I see a lot of you like doing that. It could be in business, work, could be anything. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, a lot of desire here, especially if this is a person coming in for you. Also, we're in an amazing time for just following your inspiration. If there's something that excites you, that motivates you, that inspires you, those are the things that I'd be working on, like in work, business, and other areas of life. It's just going to lead to more success. With the Ace of Swords and the Death card, you have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient. I feel like you are finally starting to see results is basically what this is saying to me. I feel like it's been a long time coming, Capricorn, where maybe results haven't been as good as you want them to be, but there is a change in your results here. There is some sort of change in, kind of like what you receive for the work that you put into things, and that's what I'm seeing here. I also see that some sort of change has required strength, and again, there's something in this reading about people seeing the change in you, so, people might not recognize you. And with the Page of Swords, you have the Page of Swords. Yes, I would be curious. I would learn about something, and I would really embrace, like, if you have tried to become successful in business and you had a failure, I would, like, double down and try to become super successful. That's what I mean by pissed off for greatness. That's what I feel like is going on here. In the area of your future, you have this card that says, you are currently under construction. Please be patient. Wow, that makes perfect sense. You have this mistakes card that says, mistakes will be made, but you will learn from them. It says, bridge the gaps between the expectations and the reality. There you go, which is kind of like learning about what's going on, learning how to deal with the energy, or learning how to work with whatever it is that you're working on, right? You have the Seven of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Justice card. The Seven of Swords is a card of like lying, cheating, stealing. So I do feel for a lot of you that, again, I would be careful of a past person. You have two sevens right next to each other, and two sevens in the tarot, to me, represents like internal fears that don't exist. So there could be some fears. Seven of Swords, by the way, Seven of Swords is my card of internal fears that don't exist. So, I'd say let your fears go. But with this card here, again, you can see this is the after tarot, and he's about to step into this trap. I feel like this is saying that, don't step into the trap of doing things on your own. And I'm not saying you can't do things on your own, but if there are things that you don't know, the Five of Pentacles, the problem with the Five of Pentacles is it's a card of trying to be good at everything, but it's just not possible. It's just not possible for us to be good at every single thing that we would need to be good at. So if you're starting a business, having a career, if you're doing something in your life, it's like, I feel like you need to make sure that you're getting the help of other people because it'll just be very beneficial for you. You have the King of Swords. I also feel like there could be a person. King of Swords is my card of a mentor or, someone who's very wise, basically, who could really, really help you out. So I feel for a lot of you, this could be saying to seek out the wisdom of another person. I always like to remind people as well that, we don't even have to like literally deal with a person. I have learned from people that are dead, right? On YouTube, their videos exist on YouTube. So I feel like going to YouTube University, right? Helping yourself, educating yourself, all those things are going to be very important this month, especially with the King of Swords. You have the Justice card here. I do feel that there could be a karmic correction here as well. King of Swords is law and order. The Justice card is karma and also law and order. So if you're dealing with something legal, this could be, karma or kind of like justice coming in for you. But I really kind of feel that there is karmic correction. I almost feel, and we're going to have to clarify to get the full answer, but I do feel like some of you are kind of getting karmic justice, especially if you have dealt with a liar, cheater, stealer in the past, someone who is dishonest. I feel like the universe has seen you go through this situation, and the universe is correcting the situation here that you have gone through, especially if it's with a person. But let's see. Doesn't even want to pick a card. With the Seven of Swords, here you go. You have the Ten of Pentacles. I see a lot of financial abundance, clearly. Wealthy man card. You have this card now, the Ace of Pentacles. So I always like to remind people that the Ten of Pentacles is something that's living and breathing. It's not something you just get. It's something that you will be working on for the rest of your life. And that should excite you because the Ten of Pentacles is freaking amazing. When you have the Ten of Pentacles, you want to work on it. It's something that you want to work on. It's something you want to work towards. Could be like having a family and a business. Could be, whatever you want. But I see a lot of you feeling much more fulfilled because of that. With the King of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles. Just get started. I mean, Six of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds in a direction. The trick with the Six of Pentacles is we have to put the work in. We have to start planting seeds in a direction to be successful in the first place. So don't be afraid to put in the work here, Capricorn. With the Justice card, you have the Magician. Oh, I love it. I feel like you have all the powers necessary to be very successful. Magician is a card of using your powers of manifestation to, create something in your own reality. It's also a card that does say use all your tools, talents, gifts, skills, and abilities to, create your own reality as well. At the end here for your outcome, you have this new life card. I love this card. She's like being lifted up on a pedestal. So I feel like you are kind of, it is your time. To me, it's like saying it's your time to shine is what this card is saying. So I would be doing whatever you can to, express yourself to the world, to start your business, to do whatever, because you're clearly being lifted up. I do feel with this Seven of Wands that there is a lot of competition, but Seven of Wands is defending your position at the top of the hill. More importantly, with the Seven of Wands, we don't really need to do anything. Seven of Wands is about conviction. It's about believing something so deeply that nothing matters. Nothing will affect you with the Seven of Wands because it's your belief, right? So it doesn't matter. Competition doesn't matter. These people trying to fight you doesn't matter, right? I would just ignore it all. The only thing, my sole focus, if I were you, would be on your success. It's the only thing I would allow into my brain. I wouldn't allow the trolls into my brain. I wouldn't allow your aunt that tells you you're crazy for starting a business. I wouldn't let her voice into my brain. So that's what I'm getting here, is that I feel like you need to protect your thoughts at all costs and make sure that you're only thinking about this new life being lifted up on a pedestal. You have the Two of Swords here. Again, Two of Swords is kind of like, I kind of feel like it's a sign of the times, really, is what I would say. Two of Swords can be a card of overthinking. She's also, part of me feels like that you need a new life, that you need to change, right? Because she's sitting where she has always been. So it can be a card of needing to open up to this new island that exists behind her. And for some of you, I feel that's what this is saying. Maybe you have a choice or you have two choices to make, but maybe no choice. Maybe there's a third choice, something better, right? And I keep saying that Pluto and Aquarius to me is third place solutions. It's like everything in the world right now is this side, that side, right? But what if there's up here, some other side? It's not even a side. It's just a better solution, something that's a third place solution, right? And I think the world needs more third place solutions where it's not this side, that side. It's just a good solution. It's just a solution in the first place, right? And I feel like a lot of you could be creating these solutions in your life, and that's going to be very good. You have the Five of Pentacles. And again, by the way, if you are an inventor or if you're just looking for solutions, I'm telling you right now, with Pluto and Aquarius, if you come up with a third place solution that benefits the world, you will become ridiculously successful. So I encourage everyone to kind of put their third place solutions out into the world. But with the Five of Pentacles, again, I kind of like this Five of Pentacles in the After Tarot. She is walking away from being left out in the cold, and she's choosing to kind of go through the Five of Pentacles, whatever you want to call it, right? Let's see. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Moon card here. The Moon just, I feel, saying keep pushing forward. It kind of is reminding me of this Pleasure card. There's this pathway right here. So I feel like you're kind of going through a transition period with the Moon, and it also would be a good time to face your fears. 2 sevens, internal fears don't exist. With the Two of Swords, you have the Tower here. Every single person has had the Tower, even in the monthly readings, just the regular ones I did, everyone had the Tower. So it wouldn't really surprise me if there were some global Tower moments going on or, something like that, right? So, I don't know, we could all just be dealing with that here. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. Yes, you have the King of Cups twice. Clearly, there is someone who makes you feel not out in the cold. I feel like there's someone coming in for you if you want love that makes you feel fulfilled, happy, makes you feel just good in general. The other thing I would say is I would definitely control your emotions. It actually looks like a good month, even though you have the Tower and stuff. I don't even care about that. What I would say is that I feel what you need to control is what goes on right here, right between your two ears. That's going to be, what leads to the most success for you. But we're going to pull 5 main themes now. And let's see. You have this Firecracker card. It says excitement. The Tower can be a good card. The Tower can represent excitement. And this kind of reminds me of the Tower. It's like an explosion, something happening here. So there is an exciting change that's coming in for you, I would say. Next, you have this bad card. It says something important, such as a new job or raise. You also have this younger man card. I always pull an extra card whenever I get this card here. But these two came out together, so it worked out. But what I would say here is that there could be a younger person. It doesn't have to be a man coming in for you. But I also feel like you could be kind of getting into a new position and work. And maybe you're just, the younger card could just say that you're learning how to do something new. And if you are getting something new, I feel it could lead to a lot of success. You also have this rat card. It says someone working against you behind your back. I do feel like there could be a past person here who just cannot let you go. I've kind of had this in other readings with you, and again, I would just avoid that person at all cost. Next, you have this Inkpot card. It says problems to be resolved. And again, you have this card here about mistakes. It says mistakes will be made, but you'll learn from them. So make sure you're learning from your mistakes for sure. And you also have this Forest. It says muddled, unclear thinking. I don't know. I just think that February, I think this is true for everyone. I kind of feel that it is a little bit still, we're still in that kind of cloudiness, murkiness, not being exactly sure the direction we're going in. You have that Moon card, but the trick with the Moon card is the Seven of Wands. The whole point of the Seven of Wands, or the Moon, is that it's part of the Fool's journey, and he needs to get to those mountains in the background, but he needs to believe that he's working in the right direction. He just needs to stay the course. Seven of Wands says when you believe something very deeply, you will be successful no matter what is going on around you, right? So I feel like your beliefs are clearly going to be very important here, Capricorn.